Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm about to do a Pisces reading. Sun, Moon, Rising in Venus. Also for your cross watches. Also for people who just randomly find themselves here resonating. Okay, so something's coming. I don't know what. Well, that's how the lives usually start. There's information needing to be found. We don't know what it is, and we find out what it is. So that's what we're going to do. Okay. All right. I'm just, ooh. That's some bullshit ass card. I'm sorry. Right? I didn't even pull out the first card, and you pulled out this card. I'm telling y'all right now, Michael's up to some shit. I have a very strong feeling I just been bamboozled again. I knew my good mood today, but it wasn't. Let's just read. Okay. We're not even going to comment no more. Melba, I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that. And it's not because I don't care, and you know that. That particular topic is too much for my heart. Okay. We're going to go through this anyways. We're going to do the reading. Something's coming. Boogie Oogie has already put in some sort of request that this is not a past love. It's just that they can stay where they're at. They sure as hell can. Ooh, damn it. In a derogatory way. Can y'all hear me now? 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 You can hear me? Okay. All right. I just had to calm down. I just had to calm down and, you know, calm myself down. Like, girl, just calm yourself down. Okay. So that's what I did. All right. You want another, you making me itchy at this point. Oh, why? Fucking bitch. Sorry, guys. Fucking A. All right. Boogie, you're the ass kicker tonight, okay? I think every night we're going to have to nominate a person in the audience to do some energetic ass kicking. That's what I think needs to happen. Boogie, you might want to click off this reading. You might want to click off this reading. None of this shit is for me. I'll tell you that much right now. None of this is for me, okay? I'm putting that out there right now. And again, apologies. I am now a country ass girl with some country ass Wi-Fi. Country ass Wi-Fi. All right. I was able to breathe all day, and now I can't breathe. It's hard to breathe. So we got the union card. Fly me to the moon. Let me amongst the stars. All right, guys. Wholeness, marriage, unity, connection, integration, harmony, alignment, and peace. Peace. Okay. Peace. No, this isn't even like living in the RV again, because we had some fast ass, what was our provide? Cricket. We had cricket. And how much did we run up that our data up to? Something like 200 gig. That's how much data we used. Okay. You have unlimited potential, a path that marries science and spirituality. Oh, maybe this might be my message. Okay. You are a temple, worship within. Do not dominate or be submissive. Complete self-acceptance. All is connected. Marriage of body, mind, and soul. All right. Harmony arises when we are in alignment. You have unlimited potential. So I think for some, what this has to do with is recognizing the different components of your path, not just limiting yourself to your specific expectations, because oftentimes our expectations are just not in alignment with what's really going down. I'm gonna need you to be quiet, Pisces. No, not Pisces, Michael. I'm allergic to Michael's bullshit, is what it is. Hold on, guys. You fucked up the whole reading. It's only 7 something minutes into this. He already got me all fucked up. Okay. This is about your expectation not always being in alignment with what's really going on. Okay. So maybe what's going on is you're being made aware of certain things. Okay. I'm not picking my nose. You're being made aware of certain things that maybe you're not yet ready to fully address. Maybe you're not yet ready to fully see it, witness it. I hope that wasn't a bug up my nose. But there's a lot of things that's going on for a lot of people that are very challenging. And oftentimes what's affected is your sleep, giving you extra anxiety, giving you a sense of depression, making you feel very overloaded, making you feel as though you can't fully function in this life, you can't be productive, all these really heavy negative type of feelings, not necessarily full-on destruction, but just enough to make you feel like, oh, any day now is going to happen, any day now. And maybe what we need to realize is in that destruction, we have the opportunity to be rebuilt. Maybe that's it. You know what I mean? And no, this destruction is not... I hear myself yelling through my husband's phone across the 3rd floor. Got some... Oh, I still have some... Okay, 7 of Pentacles. So I'm not even going to read this as the card. I'm seeing that there is a higher being that's really, really trying to cultivate the growth of this seedling. This seedling is coming up. It's maturing. The components that are necessary, buried deep in its roots, are now beginning to integrate into that seedling. We are the seedlings, okay? We are the seedlings. And no, this is no twin flame shit. I heard that. I heard that. Oh, is that the twin? No, it's not the twin flame. It's your higher self. See that? It's your higher self. It's not no twin stuff, okay? It's your higher self. Your higher self is encouraging you. Maybe we need to see ourselves as like an ornamental tree, kind of like a bonsai, where through struggle, through challenges, through that weight, we are formed into such a beautiful piece of art. And we continue to grow. We continue to be more powerful in our growth. Okay. So, all right. We're going to go ahead and, wait, what? Neptune. Oh wait, the planets. Did I write down the planets? Was that the day I was lazy? No, we didn't cover it. Dang it. All right, or maybe I just didn't write down. So, going back to this. Card number 10, Neptune, sacrifice. The whole idea of compassion is based on a keen awareness of the interdependence of all these living beings, which are all a part of one another and all involved in one another. So you're being directed into an area which may feel like it's an unknowable. Surrendering to the mystery may work best now. No retreat, no surrender. I'm sorry. Universe wants us to journal more, meditate, and connect with divine. I just want to fall asleep to some. Girl, we ain't even got no cable. The fucking Comcast don't come out to the sticks. I tell you guys, that's for another time. That's for another time. Right now, we are embodying Neptunian energy. Girl, I went from some fast ass Wi-Fi to no cable TV. What the fuck? If we need help, we need to send smoke signals. And you better pray. No, okay, stop. Let's see. So, boogie. Where Neptune is placed in the chart is where we are most inspired, but also an area where we deceive ourselves. Oh, Michael's talking shit now. Neptune is the source of many troubles since this card indicates escapism as well as beauty. Oh, shit. Oh, Lord, Boogie. They're calling you out on escapism. Oh, shit. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Be careful of trickery and playing emotional games. If a beautiful person enters your life, test the relationship. He or she may be too good to be true or the love of your life. I ain't playing no games. I ain't testing shit. I'm just saying. 7 of Cups, mystery, confusion, enchantment, wandering, passivity. This planet also represents sleight of hand tricks, yet also a supernal type of creativity. You cannot be a poet or a mystic without the rays of Neptune influencing you. What I'm getting from this card, now that I'm done fucking around, what I'm really getting from this card, it's time for us to allow our connection to the deep depths of divinity to really charge us up, to really make us feel beyond creative, beyond poetic, make everything we do, even the way in which you stand there just breathing, make it into a work of art. A beautiful art form where when people witness you in your authenticity, it's just like witnessing God creating the world. That's some, Daddy, do you see me that way? You better say that shit to me when you see me. It looks like God is creating the world. I'm just saying. And then after that beautiful message, what ends up happening is the fuckery steps back in. Card number 11, diving for light and soulmates. So there's a need, again, communication, consciousness, intuition being intertwined with another being, soulmate, penguins mate for life. They say for some seahorses, they also mate for life. Daddy, that means you're stuck with me. I'm just saying, you should have run when you still could. So here, that's his bad. He had plenty of opportunities to run. So I want to put this out. There's still like plated armor across the chest, plated armor across the throat. Pisces, stop holding back your feelings. Fuck the people who keep telling you you're too sensitive, you're too this, you're too that. No, as a Pisces, I want to tell you, it's not that I'm too much or too anything. It's that you're not enough. I'm just saying. If you want to talk some shit, I mean, I got Pisces back. I got your back, Pisces. I got your back, except when Michael pulls out bullshit cards. You might be on your own for that. So, okay. Woo. Okay. If I rule the world, I free all my sons. Love them, baby. Like diamonds and pearls. If I rule the world. Here we go. King of Earth. King of Earth. Successful, industrious, devoted, steadfast, authoritative, reliable, dedicated. Life's meant to be enjoyed. Free yourself from control. Don't be lazy. Abuse and misuse of power. Now we're talking. Now we're talking here. Honor your process. Honor your process. Now is not the time to make changes. So now we're talking here. I think what's going on is there's a need for some of that Virgo energy and analyze what the fuck's actually being brought to our door. So here's the thing. We got to focus on the light, right? That means we're surrounded by darkness. If we're surrounded by darkness, what's this darkness about? Then comes this bullshit card. Okay. There's some dark shit going on. I'm just saying. I'm saying a lot. I'm just saying there's a lot of dark stuff going on, very manipulative, emotionally manipulative, very abusive to the mental faculties, the emotions, all of that. I think what's going on, I don't want to talk about that though. I can't talk about this because I intentionally did not want to read about it, see anything about it, stuff involving men from a specific community, rope. Like if y'all don't know what I'm like getting to, I'm not going to say anything about it. I intentionally don't want to know about it because that's too much for my heart. And it's like, this shit just got real serious. This shit just got real serious. Okay. There's a lot of things going on in, there's a lot of things going on in communities. I can't, Michael, I can't. I can't. No, I can't. Melba mentioned it in the beginning. So if you want to know what it is I don't want to talk about, look for Melba's comment in the beginning of this live. So here's the thing. We are all interconnected, okay? There is a very deep love between all of us. A very, very deep love between all of us. A love that oftentimes goes unheard, unseen, unwitnessed, all of that. And okay. The kings of earth are needing the high priestess. Okay. The kings of earth are needing the high priestess. High priestess is Pisces. This is a Pisces card. What the earth needs right now, what this patriarchal society needs right now, is the elevated feeling, knowing of Pisces. And so it's time for us to step up. That's why I'm getting the message that this is bullshit. Being distracted by twin flame shit, like there are so much more important things going on in the world, going on within your communities, going on at home, your private life. You don't need to focus on this right now. Okay? You don't need to focus on this right now. What we need to focus on is allowing that high priestess energy to come and assist the kings of earth. And this is a very important task that we're being asked to assist with. How are we going to assist with that? I'm not really being given direct instructions. I'm just being led to feel like when you act, when something happens and you act, you don't even need someone else's confirmation. You don't need a reading. You're just going to act and it's going to be right. In that moment, whatever you do, when creation calls you to action, you will act without hesitation, without understanding why, without knowing, without any of that. And so what's going on right now is a need for us to be ready emotionally and mentally. Because if you're not ready, you will pause. And then you will second guess yourself. And you won't just second guess yourself, then you'll begin to full on doubt. And then you'll create a very skewed story within your mind as to why you got that message wrong, why you're a bad person for doing whatever it is you did. The fact is, there's no such thing as mistakes. There's no such thing as bad timing. There's no such thing as coincidence. Everything happens in such a divine way. And many of us don't even recognize the divinity of it. Many of us don't even recognize how our souls have been guiding us to specific places at specific times to interact with specific people. It's just a very intense knowing that's coming forward. And that knowing is a type of knowing that will just tear down walls, that will completely deconstruct the cages that we have built within our minds and our hearts. This knowing is coming. This knowing is a state of gnosis. Gnosis. Gnosis is what Jesus Christ was talking about. This is what he was preaching about. Allowing your faith and your hope to ripen into an adult state of knowing. We're asked to become spiritual adults at this point because we're living in a world of children. Everybody acts like a child. Some of us act like full-on toddlers, while some of us act like we know everything. We don't. We don't. We really don't. As much as we think we know, that's not even a fraction of a drop of a fraction of a fraction. That's not, like, in the grand scheme of things, the human brain was not designed to be able to compute, to understand, to process the type of information and energy that creation is made of, that creation utilizes. We have a very limited ability, and that doesn't make us bad people. Yes, many of us, most of us, if not all, are indeed wounded children. There's nothing wrong with having childlike wonder and awe. There's nothing wrong with that. Just the other day, my husband came in the room while I was live talking to you guys, and he was excited because he dialed in the sight for my AR pistol, at which point I got excited. That shit's fabulous. And, you know, I was excited, like childlike excitement. This is amazing because now it can work properly and I can learn to hone my craft properly with precision. And when I brought the, when I held the AR, I know about proper gun handling. That shit was on safety the whole time. There was no clip. The first thing that I did when he handed it to me was check the chamber, even though I knew there was no clip. That is proper, responsible handling of a firearm. And yeah, I was squeezing the trigger, but did you hear a click? Did you hear that engage. No, you didn't, because the safety was on the whole time. And there's nothing wrong, absolutely nothing wrong with me feeling excitement. I'm sorry, the magazine. There was nothing wrong with me feeling excitement about my firearm being ready for me to use at the range. I wasn't pointing at you guys. I pointed at the window so I could make sure the sight I could see it, which I could. And that made me excited. And it's not about, oh, you're treating that firearm like a toy. It's not a toy at all. And that's why I handled it properly. And there will always be people who will try and convince you that your childlike wonder, your childlike awe and excitement at life, at the world, is somehow proof that you're less than capable, that you're less than them. No, it's quite the opposite. It's quite the opposite. There's that saying, children walk closer to God than adults. Find that childlike wonder again. It's time for you to do that, because in order for you to really channel this high priestess energy and assist the kings of earth, we really need to allow this to happen, where we can experience life in a completely new way. Completely new way. Because the way we've been experiencing it, this mature approach, this spiritual approach, this elevated consciousness expansion approach, all of that's bullshit. All of that's bullshit. It is 100% bullshit. You know why? All of those milestones that you're trying to reach so you can brag to everyone else about how you've reached it, you reached another level of consciousness, all of that's ego-based, meaning it's an illusion, meaning there's only components of truth, not the entire truth. It's a half lie. Do you ever hear me bragging, boasting about, I've been filtered through blah, 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 and I'm certified and blah, blah, blah. I've trained under blah, blah, blah. Master. No, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I happen to remember things from previous lives, and now my soul's telling me to do the stuff that I'm supposed to do, that I promised to do in a previous life or fucking before. I don't know. I promised something, and that got me stuck in this life, which with my husband and my kids, it's not that horrible. It's not that horrible. But the thing is, if you allow yourself to get sucked into that, where you have to behave a certain way in order for people to acknowledge your growth, are you really growing? Or are you just pretending to grow? Are you doing things for pomp and circumstance? Are you doing it for the show? Are you doing it for the gram? It's kind of like the equivalent of, and this is me being catty and judgmental, I'm not ashamed because I don't relate to it. And that's just how I see it. But this is very much like when anyone, it could be a woman, it could be a man, anyone posts a selfie of them with some really like, ooh, esoterica quotes. Drop a heart. Type 333 to claim your blood. No, I ain't typing shit. This is fucking obnoxious. It's obnoxious. I'm not typing shit. I don't believe anything you've said. And your picture looks amazing, but it also lacks the depth that I'm looking for. Okay? And that's just my personal, hey, who the hell am I to you anyways? What's my opinion mean? Not a damn thing. Not a damn thing. And so that's what is happening. We're allowing other people's opinions to really affect our value, the way we value ourselves, the way we perceive our journey. I got plenty of people who are very vocal, who are very vocal about not wanting to validate anything I say, wanting to really tear me down. I don't give a shit. That's your opinion, whatever. So you think I'm full of shit? I think you're an asshole. Perfect match, right? See, I would rather be full of shit and contained than be an asshole that just lets everything loose, like verbal vomit, verbal diarrhea, you know, like you hear someone talking, you don't know if you should just be quiet or if you should hand them a piece of toilet paper. It's like you got shit dribbling down your chin. And some people, they're going to keep talking shit. No matter what you do, it's never going to be enough. And you have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with that, because right now, again, what we are being asked to do is Thank you, Kathy. What we're being asked to do is channel the high priestess energy so that we can assist with the kings of earth. And it's the merging, the union of these two energies that creation is needing at this point. That's what we're needing. Whether we want to acknowledge it or not, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Our inner child is hurting so deeply. It's time to once again refine that innocence. Find it again. There's nothing wrong with being naive. There's nothing wrong with being innocent. There's nothing wrong with not having experienced things that other people have experienced. There's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. And if you think you have to experience everything that other people experience, that's going to lead to a lot of really questionable experiences for you. Really, really questionable. If you do things for clout, if you do things basically for recognition, it's like, can't you validate yourself enough to not need that? Can't you? I mean, even if you don't need validation, external validation, there will be people who exist who will be upset that you don't need it. I mean, you have no idea how many men have messaged me and called me a bitch because all their sweet woo woo woo, all I had to say was I'm married. You're a bitch. Okay. I'm still not interested. Whatever. I'm not starved for attention. I'm just not. And so if you learn to put attention on yourself, to be the one that really sets what your value is, because you should be the one to set that, not someone else. Not someone else. If you allow yourself to be the one that sets your value, if you don't know your value, then yeah, you'll still be disappointed. But once you allow yourself to really know your value, no one can take that away from you. No one. No one. So, ooh. There's something to this. (11:11). Okay, Pisces. This is some fucked off shit. This is some really fucked off shit. Mirrors, 11:11. This one. All right. So here's the thing. This might sound confusing. Still, oh, fuck, it has to do with a lunar eclipse. It has to do with a lunar eclipse. That's the missing component. That's the missing component. All right. So here's the thing. It shows that we're going to be going on our journey, right? Because we're realizing we need to channel that high priestess energy so we can assist the kings of earth. And what's going on is that there's going to be some sort of event that's going to utilize Pisceans, going to piggyback off of that Piscean download. Okay? Piscean download. This means that something is piggybacking off of that lunar eclipse. Whatever lunar event is coming on the 21st, it's piggybacking off of that, hoping that if it infects Pisces, it then infects man. So you have to be careful because 2 + 9 is 11. 4 + 7 is 11. 11, diving for light. So I'll explain all of this. There's some shit going on, hidden things that involve your soul purpose, hidden things that involve the progression of a soul, the development from lacking to fullness to beyond full. Okay, transcendence. So this moon card, there's a lot of things that can happen that will escape your attention if you're not paying attention. If you're too busy fucking around with that bullshit earth drama, you're not going to be able to juggle things because you're not handling two of the same things. Okay, what you're handling is the light and the dark. Focus on the light, diving for light. You have to be fully aware of what it is you're being asked to do. You can't allow yourself to be distracted. So you're being asked to go the distance. I'm sure it's not all Pisceans, but the message here is that there are specific Pisceans that were tasked to do something very important. And again, it has to do with that High Priestess Galactic download. And I have said this time and time again. A lot of people partake in large group events on lunar events. And you don't know what's piggybacking off of those energies. I'm not trying to scare you, but you really have to be aware. This is not a love and light, fluffy rainbows, unicorns, and fucking, I don't know, teddy bear type of channel. This is a very real, if you want to know something's going to happen, I'm going to tell you something's going to happen, and you got to deal with that information on your own terms. But this is not good. Hold on. Fire and water. So the wolf symbolizes your inner teacher. The wolf also cares for its young, inner child. This is about tribe work. Trust in your many senses and intuition, and you will connect to your meaning and your and blaze your something. Lion, wolf, griffin, sparrowhawk. Why are you making me search for this? Why don't you tell me straight up? All right. Wait, what? Michael is a teaching angel. Give me 1 second, guys. There's some information. Here, the animals, the lion, the wolf, the griffin, and the sparrowhawk. Wow. This is one hell of a message. This is speaking to a specific, very specific group of Pisceans. Very, very specific group of Pisceans. Those who are within the inner tribe of that Melchizedek tribe. This is Melchizedek cloister. This is cloister. This is different than just Melchizedek. People can say whatever they want about Melchizedek, but cloister is something completely different. It's like you can say whatever you want about the Navy, but Navy SEAL is different than Navy. They have a whole different kind of purpose, training, specialty. Melchizedek cloister of the Emerald Order is being reunified. The tribe is being called into action to stop the spread of these seals. Those are seals. Jehovian, Zeta, Knights of the Templar, Metatronic, a ton of seals have been placed on this earth, and any who occupy the earth by the laws of reciprocal reflection will reflect the very blockages that have been put on this earth. These seals are being fed energy to continue to work, to continue to block off specific meridians on the earth. And you're probably like, well, what the hell does that all mean? That means there is something nefarious that is actively trying to keep us from rising up. If you are phase locked, that means you cannot accrete enough frequency. You can't pull in enough frequency to get the passcode for the next level. Every dimension is kept separate. This is the reason this is the reason why we can experience an individuated experience. So if you can accrete enough frequency, you can then unlock the magnetic repulsion zones that keep the harmonic universes apart. You can rise, you can ascend, you can reach higher levels of enlightenment. They don't want that, because if this is what you get, they can't control you anymore. So this is about releasing the control. Hold on. It's going to end in a happy way. It's going to end in a happy way. No matter what, that's already been decided. That was decided before any of us alive right now were ever even born. So no matter what, this has a happy ending. Okay? Probably not so happy for the people who want to remain in control, but you know, can't always get what you want. That's what you get for being a selfish motherfucker. All right. This is the number for the self. 4 of Swords. Now is a time for you to rest. You've been depleted for far so long, okay? So what ends up happening, if you really allow yourself to commit to the distortions of being here on this earth, you're going to continue to be depleted. You're going to continue to get sick, either in mind, in emotion, or in body. Eventually, energetic disturbances go from mind to emotion to then body, okay? It will manifest as physiological symptoms. So it's time to rest and relax. You need to take a time out. And Pisces, it's very, very important that you don't use this time to blame other people, because in order for you to blame, you got 3 fingers pointing back at you, right? If you're pointing, 3 fingers are pointing back at you. No matter who you're trying to blame, there's 3 reasons for that one blaming, one circumstance, why you are more responsible for the outcome than they are. Those 3, this is telling me, if you're going to spend your time trying to blame someone else instead of taking accountability for how your path has gone, for either the decisions you've made or the lack thereof, you got 3 daggers aimed at some pretty vital parts. 3rd eye, heart, solar plexus. That's going to disempower you quite a bit. That's going to really mess up your trajectory, really mess up the way your growth is supposed to go. Let's see. What's Mars have to do with it? I don't know anything about astrological planetary type stuff. What does it mean? Yeah, understanding is needing to happen. Understanding on your part. Forget the other person. It's not your job to heal other people. So it's Mars in Pisces. Oh, the moon and the sun will square Mars. Mars is my soul planet. Not joking. The moon and the sun will square Mars. Containment of rage. Containment of rage. Pulling in the duality to form a totality containing the rage. Oh, so many swords, so much fighting. That rage, that's rage. 0 degrees of Cancer, a leveling of family. A leveling of family, armor being placed to contain the rage, a lot of fighting. Taking off the blinders, blinders binding, blinders binding. Emperor, lots of upside down fighting. Alone. There's so much fighting within ourselves, blinding ourselves, binding ourselves, not using the tools, the gifts that we're given in order to facilitate the job we came into this life to do. And then we're on this earth, a very convoluted, upside down, convoluted existence. So much bickering and fighting while we are here blind to what we're here to do. This is a lot of like really intense stuff. What we're needing right now is to channel some of that hermit energy, pair it with the emperor. It's hard to regain stability if you're so focused on this upside down stuff. Okay? It's really hard to reestablish that stability. Oh God. Okay. Stagnation, inertia, lack of determination or direction, narrow-mindedness, idleness. You can't move forward so long as you've bound yourself, so long as you refuse to see. You have to allow yourself to see the truth of your power, the truth of your purpose, the truth of your mission here in this life. All of us have some sort of mission in this life. It's all different things. It's all different things. Just like when you look at a company, you look at a team, you look at a sports team, each person has their specialty. Everyone can't be the quarterback. Everyone can't be the linebacker. Everyone can't be, every person has a specific thing where they excel at. And that's what you need to focus on. Instead of competing with someone else, comparing with someone else who has a different function than you, you need to really focus on yourself, because if you don't, something's going to piggyback on your download. Something is going to piggyback on your download, and you're going to be responsible for that. No one else. There's a reason you're here hearing this message. For the people who this message applies to, it's just, this is a lot. And again, look, eyes closed. Eyes closed. Oh, did I? Look at all these cards that represent Piscean energy. Why do we not want to see? Why do we not want to see ourselves? What is that about? Let me see. I don't think any of us want to fight or violence, but that's the world for a lot of people. We may have to find a way to fight by neutralizing. Sometimes the most powerful form of rebellion is performed in silence. Let that sink in. None of these cards allow for movement. Movement is not silence. Movement does not always have to be something audible. Sometimes what we need to do is make these movements quietly. Hold on, guys. If this is galactic shit. I want to know. I want to know. I want to know. Just put this here. All right. Hey, Daddy, are you watching? Can I have water? Hold on. I'm getting real hot suddenly. Hey, Daddy, can I have some ice water, please? What? What? All right. Oh, shit. Damn. Okay. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Okay. So here goes. Right now, we are in the process of rebirthing ourselves. Okay. Part of that rebirthing includes downloading quite a bit of extremely high level galactic code. This high level galactic code will unlock certain dormant sections of your morphogenetic template that will give you access to previously inaccessible aspects of yourself. So this is going to be very intense. This is going to be very intense. You know why? Because Pisceans have a habit of really exercising that avoidance. We are so good at avoidance. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Merger. Two halves being rebirthed into one. Okay? Two halves being rebirthed into one, forming that totality. Ah! Hold on. All right. So this is not just Pisceans. Card number 65, refining galactic lineage. This is very specific. As I said, you know, this is about the Melchizedek cloister of the Emerald Order. This is MCEO. This is top level type of this above our pay grade. What's needing to happen at this point? We are showing the way towards change. Okay, we are showing the way to change. And oh, lordy. Mirroring. 6 plus 5 plus 3 is 14. 9 plus 5 is 14. In order for us to show the way, we have to first recognize what our galactic lineage is. 1111. All right, we have to first identify ourselves. And then we have to allow ourselves to change. That means the different ways, the different ways in which Pisceans have normally handled their life, it's not enough anymore. It's not enough anymore. Okay? If every single time there's conflict, the way you resolve the conflict is by being quiet, being quiet hasn't worked. So what would make you think that being quiet now is going to work? I don't know. I mean, we can take a chance. We can take a chance and allow ourselves to change the way we approach things. And if we allow ourselves, thank you, Daddy, if we allow ourselves to change the way we approach things, then we probably will have a different result, right? And I mean, truly change the way we approach things, not half-ass it. Not be assertive and firm And then as soon as you see the other person backing down, you tell yourself, oh my God, that was so mean of me. So what we need to do now is not back down. We can't back down anymore. And it's not necessarily that you have to fight everyone and everything. No. When you allow yourself to have an organic reaction to the bullshit people are subjecting you to, then you allow yourself to do it. Allow yourself. You have a right as a human being to have a human experience. Let's see. There's a lot of hive mind activity. A lot of hive mind activity, okay? A lot of hive mind activity. And what needs to happen right now is we have to allow ourselves to see the oneness of ourselves, okay? So this is a very unsavory message. If you're aware of some of the things that have gone on with galactic races, galactic wars, things like that, I'm really not into that kind of stuff, if I'm going to be really honest. I'm really not into that type of subject matter. But I do have quite a few memories of lives as Lyran, lives as Arcturian, lives as all kind of different galactic races. And this is really hard to say. The message that I get from this looks like a sniper rifle. A long range, high caliber rifle with a high quality scope, scoping you out. Look at that. They're focused on your head because there's information contained within there. I mean, is it something that you need to be scared of? Not really. Something you have to be aware of, that there's always something there that's really trying to interfere with your refinement of your galactic lineage. It's trying to interfere. It's trying to find a way. It's trying to find a chink in your armor. Not all Pisces, specific Pisces. Those who have a specific type of Melchizedek coding, who have the ability to activate up to 48 strands of DNA. So I'm talking about here, you know, this is indigo aquafarian, just a whole mess of things. But what we have to understand as well is those souls who come from that lineage, they're fucking badass. They are badass. Those are the kind of souls who have proven time and time again through galactic war after galactic war, they have what it takes to win the war. These are the souls who have never failed creation. They answer only to creation. They are an elevated level from Michael's tribe. And this is just, ooh, Okay. Shit. So living in the now, card number 85, 8 being the number of reunification. Ooh, 144.55. What? I'm sorry. 144.55. Okay. 85. 8 being the number of change, 8 being the number of reunification, 5 being the number of change. As soon as you reunify, you then change. All the ripples of energy that come from you are ripples of change. But here's the thing, we are living in the now, afraid we are drowning. Instead of realizing we don't have to come up for air. It's okay for us to dive deeper, to Dive for the light. We are very frantically trying to go back to the surface, a surface existence. Pisces wasn't created for that. A superficial existence is not part of Pisces' plan. It's not part of Pisces' truth. So right now we're existing on common ground. 83, common ground. 8 plus 3 is 11. 8, again, being the number of reunification. 3 being the number of a solid foundation. That reunification is going to create a solid foundation from which to stabilize yourself. So this is where we are. We're existing on common ground. I'm assuming this is Earth. Ooh, hybrid parallel. They are attempting to hybridize this matrix we exist within. A hybridized matrix would make it much harder for those who have been calibrated to see the coding of this matrix, to see through the illusions and bring this truth to the surface. Hybridizing that alters the code just enough. It alters the code just enough. I don't like the feeling of this. Card number 82, returning the favor. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. Returning the favor, that gives me a very intense feeling. It gives me an intense feeling because we're not returning any favors. What I got from this card as soon as I saw it, again, the Indigo Aquari Blue Ray lineage, the Melchizedek Cloister of the Emerald Order lineage. They are badasses. They have never lost a war. Never. They sit tight until creation says, enough of this bullshit. Activate the MCEO. Send them into body. End this bullshit. And that's why so many of us have come into this life at this point. That's why so many of us have come into this life at this point. I'm talking about at least 144,000. At least 144,000. Is that all there is? Initially, that's all it took in order for us to be able to activate those who were still dormant. The 144,000 were born active. Their code was left intact. Much of their memory was left intact. This is why I remember so much. This is why I seem like I'm in a phenomena. So the returning the favor, what I get from this, the message of, we're going to return that favor. You might have won last time. We're going to sabotage you. We're going to win this time. And that's what this piggybacking shit is about. That is exactly what this piggybacking shit is about. Careful, Pisces. Be careful. This is a spiritual thing going on. Ooh. Here's the thing, okay? There will be those Pisceans who will listen to what I said and very quickly turn around and try and find some sort of online meditation, online activation, light code, whatever, transmission, and watch it because they're like, I'm part of that group, I'm part of that group, and I'm going to activate myself. Okay? That group doesn't need to be activated. They were born active, remember? They don't need to be activated. So what's going to happen is you're going to infect yourself. They're fucking with your ego. Fucking with your ego. Fucking with your ego. Trying to make you think, oh, this reading is going to be about twin flames. Well, there's someone out there that's going to come back and complete me. Because right now I'm not complete. I'm fractionated. I'm not whole in myself. A lot of this hidden BS. I need to analyze. I need to stop sacrificing yourself, Pisces. Don't play yourself. You are not yo-yo. Don't try to play me out. So, hold on. This message is giving me a headache. Not really a headache, but this message is annoying me. What card? Oh, this card. You guys, don't allow yourself to get freaked out and start doing things that you don't know if you should do it or not. You're just doing it because I don't know why. Okay? Don't let yourself get freaked out. Let me see. Yep. No more codependency. Hold on. So here we go. Final messages, okay? Let me see. Who did you hear? This is a new template from Rhonda. Yeah, Pisces, fairy dust, retaliation. That's what they're programming the hive mind for in order to return the favor. They want you to live in the now and be on common ground so they can program you as well. That's what's going on with all of the shit in Rhonda, careful about really taking in too deeply all of that new age stuff. That sounds so fucking hypocritical. I just fucking talked about aliens and shit. But a lot of the new age teachings and dogma are fucking draconian. Why do you think it became so popular? That was Draco's attempt to control the opposition. It's controlled opposition. That's all it is. All right, we're almost there. So, Emmie, if we're not supposed to trust this person and that person, I heard you. If we're not supposed to trust this person, we can't trust that person, then who are we supposed to trust? Just you? No. You're supposed to trust yourself. That's the whole point. That's the whole point in exercise and trusting yourself. All right, here we go. I love this. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. Ooh, oh, happy day. All right. So here we go. She loves. Again, what's Pisces known for? For being a lover. Being a lover. You know, here we are sauntering into the space like a mystical mermaid. There we are. That's Pisces right there. And that's okay. It's okay for you to love Pisces. It's okay for you to love. Sorry. Something touched my arm. Okay. Something touched my arm. Let me just chill. I'm sorry. Consider that a jump scare. So she loves. It's okay for you to love without reason. It's okay to love people you don't know. Love is not about allowing yourself to be turned into a doormat. Love is not about allowing people to manipulate you. Just because you exist, you deserve to love and you deserve to be loved. You are entitled to that. Okay? A lot of people don't understand this. Now, if you allow yourself to love and just be some sultry messenger of love, then just for a moment, you'll feel that joy. Okay? As your energy begins to blossom, it shoots from you. This is about your ascension. This is the Christic spiral. For some who don't know, the Christic spiral is basically the pure form of the Fibonacci sequence. That golden ratio is an inverted thing. just like the flower of life is actually the daisy of death because of slight changes in the angular rotation. It cut us off from creation. It cut us off from being able to continue to have that give and take of energy with God's source. And that's what led to our mortality. But here's the thing, Pisces, if you can really allow yourself to embrace your magical ways, I swear to God, whatever the fuck is touching me is about to lose their whole fucking hand. Okay. If you just allow yourself to feel your magicalness and allow it to blossom into your moments of ascension where your love, your ability to feel becomes your superpower. Look at that. Heart of God. Card number 9. You re-enter that state. You re-enter the heart of God. This is high priestess work. This is the highest level of work, okay? The highest level of work that any soul could volunteer for. This transcends volunteering for war, spiritual war. It's easy to destroy things. It's easy. Let's face it, it's easy. You could spend a year creating some beautiful Lego sculpture. It's gonna take me about 5 minutes to break that shit. It's gonna take me like 5 minutes, if that, okay? So some of the most difficult work is not in the war. Some of the most difficult work is in the reconstruction, the rebuilding, the reunification of a people that have been so torn apart by war, by violence, all of these things. It's time for us to recognize what our purpose is, okay? It's really time for us to recognize what our purpose is. Right, she said it. Look at the world at the moment. The world's tearing itself apart on its own. You don't even need to participate. It's doing it on its own. That system has to be allowed to collapse. It does. It does. It has to collapse, not by our hand, but by its own devices. That's creation rebalancing things. That's exactly how it is. That's how it rebalances things. I'm a lover, don't want to dust off my bricks. And some would say, I'm a lover. That's why I carry them. It's all in the way you perceive, right? And I think at this point, you guys have heard whatever it is you need to hear. Be careful with that lunar eclipse stuff. I'm telling you, don't be coming to me with like, oh my God, Emmie, you were so right. Now I have demons. Okay, enjoy your demons. I'm off to lunch with my family. I ain't there no more, you guys. I am not there anymore. But it's like, oh my God, give them to me. No, I told you about it. You went and fucked with it. Now you got to fuck with it. I'm sorry. My Capricorn has to come out to protect my inner child Pisces. That inner child's like, oh no. My Capricorn's like, sit down, kid. I'm driving the bus. Sit down. We out. Yeah, I'm telling you. This message has come forth how many times? Okay, it's come forth how many times? This was not my intention. I was not expecting this. But I mean, what is it, like a second or third time this message has come forward? I'm going to be real nice and quiet on that lunar. Shit. What day is that lunar eclipse? Oh, God. All right. So for real people, stay away from group events on that eclipse. It's not an auspicious time. It's going to activate a bunch of Mars energy. So we have the solar on the 21st, lunar on the 4th or 5th. 2 + 1 is 3. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mars isn't bad. Mars is literally my soul planet. It's just, Mars doesn't take shit. is what it is. Mars doesn't take shit, and it's really just, yeah. You have to be aware of what you're allowing yourself to participate in. You have to be aware of what propaganda you're buying into. Okay? If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Probably is. So just be careful, have some fun, you know, don't take no demons home. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Don't take no demons home and then ask me to evict it. No, you can ask me to evict it. It's going to take me about 3 months. That's where my schedule's at. It's going to be about 3 months, okay? See y'all in 3 months. I'm joking. I'm just being so sarcastic. Yeah. All right, guys, I got to get going. I love y'all. Thank you for spending time with me. Mars is in my name as well. Why? That's fucking hilarious. All right, I really gotta go. Bye, guys.